Baik Ibu, kita senyum dulu ya. Saya mau lihat semua panelis sudah ada di sini. Baik. Good morning Bapak Ibu. How are you today? Apa kabar Bapak Ibu sekalian? Semoga kita semua dalam keadaan sehat, dalam perlindungan Tuhan Yang Maha Esa. Kita sama-sama bersyukur ya atas segala yang sudah kita lewati, termasuk apa yang kemarin kita lewati bersama di akhir tahun ajaran tahun lalu, online home learning, kemudian terakhir kita ada event drive-thru ya, graduation drive-thru untuk kelas 12. Semuanya berjalan dengan baik, tentunya ini semua atas kerjasama antara pihak sekolah, guru dan orang tua siswa, serta anak-anak peserta didik kita. Welcome to our first online Parent Info Day, Bapak Ibu. Ini pertama kali kita akan melakukan Parent Info Day melalui webinar ya. Saya yakin kita semua familiar dengan internet. Namun memang bagaimana aplikasi-aplikasi dalam internet kita harus adjust dan membutuhkan effort juga untuk memahami dan menggunakannya secara maksimal. Termasuk saya ya Bapak Ibu, kami di Departemen Marketing juga seperti itu. Ada readiness observation, lalu enrollment test harus dilakukan lewat online. Dan ya ini kalau Bapak Ibu ingin tahu detailnya tentang itu bisa kontak kami di marketing ya. Siapa tahu ada yang mau jadi parent ambassador juga, silakan kontak kami via online, bisa lewat media sosial, bisa lewat website dan juga WhatsApp atau langsung telepon ke kami. Ya ini karena Bu Siska ini pilih panelis atau MC-nya nih dari marketing, jadi ya begini Bapak Ibu, saya sekalian promosi ya Bapak Ibu ya. Baik, let me greet you. Welcome to our first online ini. Sekali lagi untuk yang baru bergabung. I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Christina. I work at Sekolah Bogoraya as the Marketing Communication Manager. And I'm become the host for today's webinar. Together with me, there are co-hosts, Bapak Supendi from IT, and also Ibu Gary, yeah, the school secretary. Together with us, I would like also to welcome Ibu Regina Hartati as the head of board Yayasan Danasa, the principals, Ibu Maria Regina from PGK, Ibu Heni Anggraini from primary, and also Ibu Andri Nur Cahyani from secondary school. Halo ibu-ibu principal. Ini luar biasa ibu-ibu principal kita ini perkasa luar biasa. Ya, ibu-ibu semua. And then also our academic advisor ada Mr. Adam di sini. Mr. Adam Mara. And the managers from non-education department ada Bu Siska, Bu Tanti, ya. And our respected parents and staff, teachers, again, good morning to all of you. In this parent info session, we will gain information from school about what will happen at the end school year 2020 and 2021, at the new school year 2020 and 2021, responding to the pandemic situation and regulations that made by the government, ya Bapak Ibu. I would like also to inform all of us that this webinar is one-way communication as it is more into information activity. However, you are very welcome to give us questions or comments that will be addressed to info@sekolahbogoraya.com or through WhatsApp number that will be shown on the screen at the end of the session too ya. Oh, now also Pak Pendi showing it to us. Now to begin everybody, Bapak Ibu, kita mau lihat video dulu ya. Let's watch a short video showing the statement from our government related to opening the school in this pandemic situation.
Dengan kondisi ini saatnya. Dengan kondisi ini saatnya kita kerja dari rumah, belajar dari rumah, ibadah di rumah. Kita ingin ini menjadi sebuah gerakan masyarakat agar masalah COVID-19 ini bisa tertangani dengan maksimal.
Pendidikan masih bahas wacana yang membuka sementara nanti Januari itu yang paling bisa kita perhitungkan. Tapi kalau ada keputusan tidak di Januari nanti kita sampaikan secara khusus.
Saat awal Maret, sekitar awal Maret pada saat virus corona ini mulai terkonfirmasi ada di Indonesia, memang sempat beredar berita atau informasi yang menyebutkan bahwa yang rentan terkena COVID-19 ini adalah orang tua. Sementara anak-anak ataupun remaja disebut hanya bersifat membawa virus saja. Tapi belakangan ternyata disebut juga bahwa anak-anak juga rentan terkena COVID-19. Kita lihat datanya pemirsa, karena ternyata anak-anak juga rentan dari COVID-19. Kali ini datanya saya ambil dari Ikatan Dokter Anak Indonesia atau IDAI. Mereka menggunakan data pada 18 Mei 2020 yang menyebutkan bahwa ada 584 anak Indonesia yang positif COVID-19 dan 14 diantaranya meninggal dunia. Ini untuk anak-anak yang positif. Sementara untuk angka anak-anak yang PDP virus corona ini lebih besar lagi. Angkanya ada 3.000 lebih. Lebih tepatnya 3.324 anak berstatus PDP. Dan angka kematiannya lebih besar lagi, mencapai 129 anak meninggal dunia dengan status PDP-nya, pemirsa. Selain itu, Kementerian PPPA juga menyebutkan pada 28 Mei 2020, dari seluruh kasus corona yang ada di Indonesia, 5% diantaranya adalah kasus anak-anak. Sehingga bisa dikatakan di sini anak-anak rentan terkena virus corona.
Paling tidak kita tunggu sampai 2020. Bersabarlah kita dulu. Sampai nanti pemeriksaannya cukup dan kami lihat nanti kurva anak yang meninggal juga menurun. Tiap minggu masih menaik nih kurva anak yang meninggal. Tiap minggu masih naik kurva anak yang positif. Yang PDP juga masih menaik sekarang. Ya kan? Kami dihilir, kami yang merawat, kami tahu jadinya.
Yes, Bapak Ibu. So as we see, it strongly mentioned, especially by the Ikatan Dokter Anak Indonesia, ya Bapak Ibu, that is very important to stay studying at home for the students at this pandemic. It's because as it is still with us here. Saya kurang tahu juga, mungkin ada dokter anak di sini bersama-sama dengan kita. Kalau saya tahunya ada dokter THT ya, dokter THT ini mamanya Zia dulu satu kelas dengan anak saya di kelas 2. Maybe next time in the different seminar or different info session, we can bring health issue and then we can invite them to share their knowledge with us. Now, from that video, that's also one of the factors that make Sekolah Bogor Raya takes action such as the implementation of the health checking on February 2020, last February. And also the online home learning, which is conducted last time starting from the beginning of March 2020. So continuing that, Bapak Ibu, let's welcome Ibu Regina Hartati to give her opening message for us.
Terima kasih Ibu Christina. Good morning everyone. First of all, I would like to thank the parents for continuing support, and I'm also grateful for the faculty and staff for all of their enthusiasm and hard work over the past year. This pandemic has been very challenging for all of us, affecting how we can carry on education from school to your home. I know that we could not fulfill everybody's expectation yet, but we will do our best to do it better in the following school year. We do hope that this extended home online learning will be ended soon. Our faculty and staff have prepared to online learning, even though they are also prepared for the new normal situation too. I was very touched by grade 12 graduation ceremony. While most schools did it virtually, we managed to do it with a drive-through ceremony. Congratulations to the committees, parents, and students who made it happen accordingly and successfully. Nothing brings me more joy than seeing the students' happiness. Also, I would like to thank Mr. Adamara for his long dedication in Sekolah Bogoraya. We wish Mr. Adamara the best of luck in pursuing his new career. Thank you, Mr. Adam. We hope that our new academic advisor can bring our school to a better shape. Last but not least, I would like to give a thank you to the POM of year 2019-2020 for their support from the beginning of the school year until the end of this year. Let's pray that this pandemic will end soon and we can meet the students in the new normal procedure. Again, thank you and have a blessed day. Thank you, Krishna.
Thank you, Ibu Tati. Saya juga terpesona dengan apa yang terakhir kita punya drive-thru graduation kelas 12 itu ya. Ternyata we did it very smoothly and then everybody follow all the regulations already given to everyone. So it was amazing. And also Ibu, kita banyak murid-murid juga yang dapat beasiswa ke luar negeri. Ya, kalau orang tua murid, bapak-bapak, ibu-ibu yang ada di sini belum lihat, silahkan follow Instagram atau sosial medianya SBR, pasti bisa lihat apa sih yang terjadi ya in daily basis, and then also some achievements that done by Sekolah Bogoraya, especially for the students yang baru lulus kemarin, itu ada semua di sosial media. Baik, it's true Ibu, kita juga mengharapkan this extended home online learning will be ended soon. Sehingga anak-anak bisa kembali bersekolah, menikmati belajar, bermain bersama guru dan teman-temannya ya Bu ya. Next Bapak Ibu, let us listen to the message about what happened at the new school year, what will happen at the new school year in terms of the academic calendar and also the new normal at SBR. So everyone first, please welcome Mr. Adamara.
Okay, good morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome you all to this morning's session. The leadership team all agreed it was really a wise idea to get the whole school community together today and really talk about the current situation and the new normal protocols that we'll be adhering to at the beginning of the 2020-2021 academic year. Firstly, we need to look at the current situation in Bogor, and without doubt, the data really is saying that COVID is spreading and it's increasing exponentially. I read an article just recently, actually, which mentioned that the vaccine lies in discipline, which I think is quite true. If we stay home, if we wash our hands, if we wear masks, we can protect ourselves from this virus and protect others also. So it's something to be aware of. As you know, there are 4 zones that the government has specified in terms of the risk of COVID-19 transmission, from green, orange, yellow, and red. And unfortunately, the area Sekolah Bogoraya is most definitely currently a red zone. So this sadly means that we can't start face-to-face teaching at the beginning of next year. Now I know our students desperately want to come back to school. Our teachers desperately want the students back at school. We miss the students. The school is not the same without them here. And online learning, it's great and we're doing the best job we can, but gosh, a school's heartbeat is the students. And our teachers miss them, and I'm sure as soon as we can, we'll have them back in the door. We miss our students, and I'm sure we can't wait to have them back. That said, you know, we can't take any risks. We can't jeopardize the health and indeed the lives of our school community members. Starting from June 22nd, our staff are going to be back here. That's both teaching staff and non-teaching staff. And as you know, we're scheduled to start our lessons again on July the 6th. That will go ahead as normal. Unfortunately, we're going to continue our online home learning, but we'll be tweaking these online home learning systems. As you know, there was a survey sent out to the school community at the end of last year to try and get some feedback from you all about how effective you thought the online home learning programs were. We've taken that data on board and we've tried to improve our online home learning systems based on the responses from you as parents about those online home learning systems. Now, what that means is in playgroup kindergarten, the schedule will be a little bit lighter with sessions being 20 to 30 minutes long and will include more synchronous and face-to-face lessons. The teacher-student ratio is also going to be improved with 1 teacher per 5 to 6 students, and also toolkits with resources to help those little kids take part in those classes that are going to be sent home to try and assist. In primary level, there's going to be more synchronous sessions added per day, and also at secondary, they are looking at the survey results and they've adapted their programs to ensure that the online home learning remains as effective as possible. Now, some of the things we've done during the holiday is that we've installed a lot more wash basins around the school. This should allow hand washing to occur regularly. When the time comes for students to return to school, the desk will be spaced 1.5 meters apart to allow social distancing to occur. The classrooms have been cleaned, they've been disinfected thoroughly, and cleaning teams now use ultraviolet light to check to make sure the rooms are at the highest level of cleanliness. We're of course also ensuring that our staff are COVID-19 free. This means we've asked our teachers to come back 14 days prior to returning to school. All returning staff must have a COVID-19 test to ensure they are free of the virus before returning to the school campus. The protocols for staff as they return to the school campus are: anyone entering Sekolah Bogoraya will be expected to use hand sanitizer before entering. Students will be expected to temperature checks will be done by security staff. Staff will be expected to have regular checkups with the school nurses. Guests from outside the school community will be only allowed in after meeting our COVID-19 expectations and if that visit is deemed essential to the running of the school. Anyone with symptoms of illness or fever will be asked to go home, and if a positive test result comes back from that person, then there will be contact tracing to check who that person's been in contact with to minimize risk to our community. Some of you might still be surprised to see me here. I know some of you thought I was maybe leaving at the end of last year, but I am here until the end of this month. And I'm doing everything I can to try and help the school prepare for next year. And of course, support the leadership team in any way I can. That said, I would like to say, as was mentioned earlier by Butati, that we do have a new academic advisor who's been recruited. He will be formally introduced to you in July, but I can tell you a little bit about his background. Now, I'm not going to share his name or anything just yet, but I'll give you a little bit about his credentials. So the new academic advisor has a lot of experience in educational management from the USA and throughout Asia. He's had leadership experience designing innovative and agile education systems in both the IB and US systems. He's had extensive experience in developing learning systems and school design. He's very passionate as an educator. I've spoken to him personally. I can vouch for him. He's going to be good for the school, and he's going to help the school very much to grow and to continually improve. He's a licensed school administrator and a very experienced instructor also. He has both a master's and bachelor's degree from the US. Obviously, you'll learn more about him and you'll meet him face to face in the coming year, but I'm sure that SBR will flourish under his leadership. On that note, I would like to take a few minutes just to say thank you to everyone at Sekolah Bogoraya for the past 10 years. I've been here about 10 years in total, and in that 10 years, I've really lived and breathed the SBR spirit. I've seen the students grow and thrive. I've met so many amazing families and all the things that make up SBR to be the most incredible little school that it is. It's really something special. I wish SBR nothing but success for the future. And I promise to come back from time to time and pop my head in and say hello. And I look forward to seeing what SBR can accomplish as a community over the coming years. Thank you. Take care. Stay safe. And goodbye for now. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Adam. So, saya sendiri jadinya nggak sabar mau ketemu juga ya, Academy Advisor yang baru. Nanti pasti ada sessionnya. There will be a session that he himself will introduce himself to everyone, yeah, including to parents. Continuing what just explained by Mr. Adam, Bapak Ibu, We have prepared the health protocols that must be followed by everyone, especially for those who come back to school earlier since this beginning of June 2020. Yes, the non-education staff, and then later on the teachers that will start working at school on June 29. Let's see the video about new normal at Sekolah Bogoraya, and later on it will be continued with the explanation about it by our HRD manager, Ibu Francisca Susilawati. So Pak Pendi, please turn on the video first. Thank you.
Okay, thank you Ibu Christina. Good morning Ibu and Bapak. Good morning Ibu Tati, Mr. Adam, Ibu Principals, Ibu Maria, Ibu Henny, Ibu Andri, and also Pak Pendi and Ibu Tanti. Today I can see very clear that everyone cannot wait to start the regular school days in Sekolah Bogoraya. I can feel that Ibu Christina from the numbers of the attendees that is coming with us in our parents info sessions. Ibu and Bapak, today I will present and also socialize the health protocol that we're having in Sekolah Bogoraya. But before that, Ibu Christina, I would like to share the last updated information from the Kementerian, from the Minister of the Education, that will be affected the policy that we are having in Sekolah Bogoraya. Pak Pendi, I would like to get your help on sharing the screen sharing role for me, please. Change it into multiple sharing, Pak Pen. Okay, while waiting for Pak Pendi, Ibu Christina, Ibu Tati, Ibu Principal, and Mr. Adams, allow me to speak in Bahasa because I just want to ensure that everyone will get the same understanding about the policy and also standard coming from the government, ya. Pak Pen masih mencoba mencari, ya. Oke, Ibu dan Bapak, pada tanggal 15 Juni lalu, Kementerian Pendidikan dan Kebudayaan menerbitkan sebuah peraturan yang kemudian menjadi dasar utama atau referensi utama bagi sekolah-sekolah di seluruh negara kesatuan Republik Indonesia di dalam menjalankan proses pembelajaran dengan tatanan baru. Kalau kita banyak mendengar tentang new normal, kemudian ada terminologi tatanan baru atau pola baru. Nah, apa yang disampaikan oleh kementerian ini kemudian dikukuhkan menjadi SKB 4 menteri. Jadi ada 4 kementerian yang kemudian bekerja bersama dan menerbitkan SKB 4 menteri tersebut, yaitu Kementerian Pendidikan dan Kebudayaan, Kementerian Agama, Kementerian Dalam Negeri, dan Kementerian Kesehatan. Dari SKB 4 menteri tersebutlah kemudian sekolah-sekolah membuat strategi baru untuk menghadapi tahun ajaran baru nanti yang secara formal akan dimulai pada bulan Juli 2020. Untuk Sekolah Bogoraya sendiri kita akan mulai pada tanggal 6 Juli 2020. Nah, prinsip utama, Pak Pen kalau misalnya kesulitan nggak apa-apa di-share dari Pak Pendi saja. Prinsip utama yang dipakai oleh dalam SKB 4 Menteri tersebut adalah mengutamakan kesehatan dan keselamatan bagi peserta didik dan seluruh anggota komunitas sekolah termasuk orang tua dan keluarganya. Dengan prinsip utama itulah kemudian dibuatlah sebuah panduan penyelenggaraan pembelajaran dari anak usia dini, pendidikan dasar dan pendidikan menengah. Ibu dan Bapak, kalau kita lihat, Pak Pen bisa di slideshow, mohon maaf. Dari situ kita bisa lihat bahwa tahun ajaran memang resmi, tetap dibuka pada bulan Juli 2020, sesuai dengan rencana yang akan kita pakai, yang akan kita proceed di Sekolah Bogoraya. Tetapi ada syaratnya, bahwa hanya sekolah yang berada di zona merah saja yang boleh menyelenggarakan proses pembelajaran secara tatap muka. Untuk daerah atau sekolah yang berada di zona kuning, orange, dan merah dilarang melakukan pembelajaran tatap muka di satuan pendidikan. Satuan pendidikan pada zona-zona tersebut tetap melanjutkan belajar dari rumah. So only schools in the green zone allowed to proceed or to start on reopening the schools to have the face-to-face learning. Then how about Sekolah Bogoraya? If we check the locations of Sekolah Bogoraya, we try on using some countable resources. Pak Pendi, next slide please. Dengan menggunakan apps yang direkomendasikan oleh pemerintah yaitu Peduli Lingkungan, kita masih berada di zona merah. Kalau kemudian kita cek next slide please, Pak Pendi, kita cek juga di www.covid19kotabogor.go.id yang juga menjadi referensi dari pemerintah Kota Bogor, kita masih di zona merah. Kita coba lagi dari website resminya Pemda. Silakan Pak Pendi, next slide. Kita masih di zona merah. Jadi memang untuk pada saat ini kita masih belum bisa diperbolehkan baik oleh pemerintah pusat, pemerintah daerah, Kementerian Pendidikan dan Kebudayaan atau Dignas lokal untuk menyelenggarakan proses pendidikan secara langsung atau tatap muka. Next slide please Pak Pen. Ibu dan Bapak, hal ini kemudian mempengaruhi planning yang akan dijalankan oleh Sekolah Bogoraya. Jadi ketika nanti suatu saat semua pastinya berharap bahwa kita segera berpindah dari zona merah ke zona hijau, di mana kita harus melewati merah, orange, kuning, dan hijau. Ketika kita sudah ada di zona hijau, pada saat itulah kita memiliki kesempatan untuk mengajukan diri untuk membuka kembali sekolah dan mengadakan proses pembelajaran secara tatap muka. Tetapi ada beberapa hal yang harus kita lewati terlebih dahulu sebelum kita mendapatkan izin tersebut. So when assuming that we are in the green zone, then we will have to check whether the Bogor city is also in the green zone. If not, then we still cannot have the face-to-face learning. But if yes, then we will have to ask permissions from the local Dignas, from the local government, and also from the center. If we got the permissions, they will give us the checklist on what should be done at schools, what are the requirements. And up until this stage, Sekolah Bogoraya is preparing to meet all the requirement. Jadi sebenarnya secara fisik, secara infrastruktur, kesiapan kita semuanya sudah memenuhi checklist-checklist yang diberikan oleh pemerintah pusat. Ketika kita sudah mendapatkan izin dari pemerintah pusat, maka kita harus bersiap untuk diperiksa, didatangi untuk mencocokkan checklist itu sesuai atau tidak dengan requirement-nya. If it's yes, then we will have also to ask permissions and approval from the parents, karena bisa jadi mungkin orang tua tidak mengizinkan. If all of the stages is yes for Sekolah Bogoraya, then we can start on reopening back the schools and having the face-to-face learning process. But if we go back one step from green to yellow, for example, then we will have to go back on the square. Kita mulai lagi dari awal. Jadi memang ini adalah challenge yang dihadapi bukan hanya oleh Sekolah Bogoraya, tapi hampir di semua sekolah di Negara Kesatuan Republik Indonesia, karena di Pulau Jawa sendiri tidak ada sekolah yang dinyatakan berada di green zone pada saat. Next slide please, Pak Pendi. Ibu dan Bapak, ketika nanti asumsikanlah kita sudah di green zone, kita sudah mendapatkan persetujuan dari pemerintah pusat, pemerintah daerah, dari kementerian pusat, dari Diknas lokal, maka kemudian ada tahapan-tahapan yang harus kita tempuh ketika kita membuka kembali pelayanan pendidikan secara face-to-face atau langsung. Tahap pertama adalah tingkat SMA terlebih dahulu, lalu kemudian 2 bulan setelah tahap pertama, jadi SMA, SMP, dan SMA akan dibuka pertama kali. 2 bulan setelah itu akan dibukalah SD. And the next 2 months after that will be the turns for early childhood. Jadi itu pun di scaffold, kita tidak bisa langsung membuka pelayanan pendidikan secara face-to-face dari kindergarten sampai ke SMA pada saat yang bersamaan. Nah, dari itu kemudian kami membuat sebuah planning yang kemudian sudah mulai kita eksekusi. Next slide, please, Ms. Papendi. That we have the responsibility on ensuring that Sekolah Bogoraya will still giving the service for educations for high quality of educations for the students. Start from the 2nd of July, the school has start on having the new normal. Tatanan-tatanan baru sudah mulai diimplementasikan dengan meminta para non-teaching and also managers on starting to work from office. Tentu saja dengan kedisiplinan dari protokoler kesehatan yang diterapkan. On the 2nd of July, that will be the first wave of us. Then, next week, on the 22nd of June 2020, the new teachers will also start on coming to school to have the induction program with the principals and also with the pedagogical leaders starting on that week. So that will be the second wave. The first wave is for non-teaching and managers. The second wave is for the new teacher. The third wave will be on the 29th of June. That will be all teachers coming to school and starting to work from schools by maintaining the health protocols. Will be the third waves. Jadi bergelombang kita siapkan satu demi satu. Sehingga pada tanggal 6 Juli 2020, first day of school, every teacher, every non-teaching staff will start on having the normal working days in Sekolah Bogoraya to give the service of education for the student. Kalau ditanya khawatir atau tidak, ya pasti ada sebuah kekhawatiran. Tetapi kami memilih untuk berdamai dengan kekhawatiran itu dan mencoba melakukan prevention strategy one by one, melakukan disiplin diri dan memastikan bahwa semuanya aman baik bagi diri kita maupun bagi orang lain. So from the first day of the school day, 6th of July, the students will start on having the learning process from school, but then the teacher will teach, the student will be having the learning process from home, but then the teacher will teach from school. We will try on maintaining the schedules, but then we will have to have some adjustment because everything will be done virtually. Next slide, please.
Bu Siska,
yeah.
Untuk non-teaching and managers itu mungkin 2nd of June ya Bu, saya sudah masuk dari 2 Juni.
Oh iya, sorry, itu ada mistype ya, 2nd of June.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a first wave, 2nd of June, 22nd of June, 29th of June, and then 6th of July. Yes, thank you Ibu Christina. Terus satu hal yang kita terapkan bersama-sama nanti adalah pada sebelum tanggal 29 Jun, ketika semua guru akan masuk, the rapid test will be done for everyone. The non-teaching, teaching, and also the supporting staff will do the rapid test untuk memastikan bahwa semuanya memang dalam kondisi yang prima dan sehat untuk kembali bekerja. This is the new normal, the health protocol that we apply in Sekolah Bogoraya. We have the more regular schedule on cleaning the facilities and also infrastructures dengan desinfektan. Jadi semua OB, OG, semua bekerja sama untuk memastikan setiap ruangan yang sudah dipakai dibersihkan dengan cairan desinfektan dan siap untuk digunakan di hari berikutnya. Then maintaining the air quality by optimizing air circulation. Semua jendela, semua pintu kita buka sehingga kemudian sirkulasi udara menjadi lebih bagus. Provide more facilities for hand washing, jadi ditambahkan lagi tempat-tempat cuci tangannya di daerah-daerah di mana tidak ada tempat cuci tangan, bisa dipastikan di situ ada hand sanitizer. Then provide hand sanitizer in the strategic location, maintain a minimum physical distance between employees 1.5 meter. This is very important, Ibu Christina, but then we are very lucky because the area of the classroom is huge enough to be used for 2 or maximum 3 teachers to work in the same room. Jadi kita pun meriset kembali tatanan kelas supaya kemudian guru-guru bisa bekerja dengan minimum distance yang tetap terjaga. Campaigning healthy lifestyle and clean and healthy life behavior. Salah satu strategi yang akan kita lakukan adalah mengedukasi setiap orang yang terlibat dalam proses pembelajaran, baik di teaching, non-teaching, maupun supporting staff tentang bagaimana menjaga diri kita, menjaga diri orang lain, dan menjaga keluarga kita. One of it is by releasing, next slide please, Pak Pendi, releasing the e-book. Next slide, e-book. This is the sample of the e-book. Yeah, the sample of the e-book that will be given for everyone to be used as the main reference when they are working in the office. So that is the preparation that we are having now, Ibu Christina, for Sekolah Bogoraya. Ibu and Bapak, parents, I would like to also expressing our greatest gratitude for your effort, for your never-ending support, and for being always together with us in this difficult time. Thank you, Ibu Christina.
Thank you, Ibu Siska, for your detailed information about the health protocols in Sekolah Bogoraya. Jadi, walaupun nanti proses pembelajaran online home learning, semua guru yang termasuk yang baru sudah mulai bekerja di end of June ya, Bu Siska ya. Baik, saya sendiri juga sudah 3 minggu nih Bu masuk. Dan tangan agak berubah nih, agak kering-kering. Jadi mungkin hand sanitizer tuh sebelahnya ada hand lotion gitu Bu. Baik Bapak Ibu, I got some message from parents and friends sent to SBR social media and WhatsApp also mentioning how the students have missed the school so much. And yes, actually we the staff teachers also miss the students. Saya terima banyak informasi, banyak tag juga menyampaikan di sosial media ataupun di WhatsApp kami. Anak-anak sudah kangen sekolah, ada yang sebut nama teman, ada yang sebut nama gurunya, ada yang nggak mau pakai baju rumah, maunya pakai baju seragam, gitu ya. Well, let's see this video. Let's find the teacher's message to this video about what do they feel missing the students. Pak Pendi, silakan Pak.
Jason mau sekolah nggak? Lagi lihat-lihat sekolah dia, kangen ya.
The PGK teachers also miss the students very much. We miss sharing moments with them. And most of all, we miss their spirit and laughter. But we all understand that we have to wait and be patient. The pandemic is still around us, and it is very risky for the children to come to school. Therefore, my lovely children and wonderful parents, we also have to wait and be patient. For those who are having difficulty in doing the online learning, don't worry. All of the teachers and I are also learning together with you. You will help the teachers by following the online learning, and the teachers will help you too. So we will do this together. It will be our new normal, and it's going to be fun.
Hello, dear parents and friends of SBR. I just wanted to get started by saying how much I'm missing, and I know all the teachers are missing the kids and the classroom. We think about them every day, and distance learning is no doubt a challenge. It's a challenge both socially and academically, and we're just looking forward to returning to the new normal and being back in the classroom with everyone. However, we must ensure the continued safety of the kids above all else, which means we must follow the regulations set by the government and take extra precaution. As I mentioned, home learning is a challenge, but it's also an opportunity to have new and dynamic ways of learning. And it's an opportunity for you to see your child's learning day to day and see that growth that we get to see in the classroom. And I think that's very exciting. From our last term, we teachers really learned a lot from you and the kids throughout the process of distance learning. So we're already preparing new activities that we think are going to be really fun, really exciting. We have new learning materials lined up as well that are going to be effective, and we hope better than before. And we just can't wait to get started.
Hello everyone. We have started the year 2020 with such a tremendous challenge which we cannot predict before. We did not expect to continue and to finish our academic year at home since COVID-19 became a global pandemic. We have to modify the process of our teaching and learning. We have to adapt ourselves with a new system of online home learning. We do our best to make sure that we deliver the best educations in the midst of these very challenging situations. In the meantime, we are hoping that the pandemic will end soon, as we have been so longing to our friends, to our classrooms, to our school, along with all the activities. Unfortunately, according to the experts and the government, the pandemic and the virus will not be gone in the near future. Therefore, we would like to improve the online home learning for the next academic year and make it much better than the previous year. We need to do this for your safety and your health have been always our top priorities. There will be boredom and concern, but we can assure you that this is the best and the safest way until the pandemic ends. Put your hopes high, as they shall pass too. Thank you.
Pusi, Bu Christina, can I say something? It's a very emotional video, right? Can I hold the tears? Look at the principals' faces.
Iya, Ibu Siska, silakan Ibu. Ibu Siska yang menyampaikan sesuatu, silakan.
It's a difficult time for us. So let's face it together, hand in hand, for the children. Thank you, Bu.
Iya, Ibu. Terima kasih Bu Siska. Ini saya juga sedih ya, karena beberapa juga ada yang komunikasi dengan saya, bukan hanya teachers, principals. Kalau principals kita tense ya, almost every day kita communicate. But then message from parents, from friends, students from upper level, also we got the info that they miss the school, they really want to do this and that, somehow they have to stay at home, yeah, for the safety. Kita sama-sama berdoa ya Bapak Ibu, saling mendukung sehingga ini boleh terlewati dengan baik dan cepat kita bisa mengalami kembali ke sekolah tatap muka dan melihat anak-anak happy ya bermain bersama teman-teman dan belajar lagi di sekolah. So Bapak Ibu, we are actually at the end of this Parent Info Session Day. There are questions related to the online home learning, the system, or what class that my child will be in, and the other questions related to the new class at the new school year. All of that will be explained by the principals at different parent info session that will be organized per level. So let me read a note here from the principals. There will be a parent info session for secondary on the June 19. June 19 will be for parent info session for secondary, and then PGK will be on the 20th of June, and then primary school will be on the 22nd of June. Yeah, and then there will be a NTP about this from the principal that will be sent to your email. So make sure you also check your email. So for any questions and comments related to the today's Parent Info Session Day, please send it by email. Pak Pendi can show the information related to this. Please share screen, Pak. Please send it by email to info@sekolahbogoraya.com or WhatsApp to the number that is shown on our screen at the moment. Pak Pendi bisa ya? So, Bapak Ibu, jangan lupa untuk berpartisipasi, datang lagi nanti di parent info session yang dibawakan oleh prinsipal, karena itu juga sangat penting untuk mengetahui sistem online home learning yang akan dijalankan untuk tahun ajaran depan ini ya. Sehingga tadi yang disampaikan Pak Adam, Mr. Adam Mara, mention about the first term, yeah, that will be end on the 2nd of October. Yeah, we will try our best on those 3 months, and then let's see, nanti di end of October kalau tanda-tanda yang kata Bu Siska, kita bisa masuk ke zona yang agak bagus warnanya itu, ya Bu ya, dari red ke orange ya Bu ya.
Amin.
Udah orange, yellow gitu, jangan mundur lagi gitu kan.
Betul.
Nah, supaya kita semua sama-sama bisa kembali ke sekolah ya, anak-anak dan staf guru semuanya bisa menjalankan pembelajaran tatap muka. Baik, Bapak Ibu, belum bisa dimunculkan ya Pak Pendi? Alamat email sama nomor telepon WhatsApp. Untuk beberapa parents, khususnya POM tahun lalu, sangat hafal dengan ini, sudah tahu kontak yang mana yang harus dihubungi untuk menanyakan perihal sekolah ya. Baik, thank you Bapak Ibu for your kind participation and attention in this webinar. Mari kita sama-sama saling menguatkan, sekali lagi berdoa agar pandemik ini segera berakhir dan semua kita dalam keadaan sehat, dilindungi oleh Tuhan Yang Maha Esa. Thank you Bapak Ibu, jangan lupa datang nanti partisipasi di Zoom meetingnya Kepala Sekolah ya. Thank you Bapak Ibu, we will see you again. Sampai jumpa. Thank you for all the panelists, the principals. Ibu Regina Hartati masih di sini. Thank you, Mr. Adam Mara, Pak Supendi, dan semua yang terlibat. Terima kasih, sampai jumpa lagi.